Good evening everyone, Play45 here. So, Fortnite Chapter 2 Remix is ending very soon. So I decided to share my thoughts on the season. Do I think the season is good or do I think it's bad? But if you want to support me, please consider using code Play45 in the Fortnite item shop. So first, let's go over the Battle Pass, and how some of my opinions might have changed on the Battle Pass over time. So first, we have Chaos Director, and I love this skin. The regular Chaos Agent just looks really cool, and Chaos Director also looks super cool. Especially her like goopy style, that style looks really good. Then we have One Ball, and at the start of the season, I thought the skin was good, but just not the best. But the skin has started to grow on me a bit. I really like the color scheme on this skin honestly, and I just like how clean it is in general. I still think 8 Ball is better though. I think, I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure if I like 1 Ball better than 8 Ball. But yeah, I've started to like the skin a lot more now. Then we have Undercover Sky, and this is still my favorite skin in the Battle Pass. I just absolutely love this skin. I like the thick hair. I think the thick hair is just what makes the skin so much better for me. I just really like the thick hair. I like the colors. I mean, I pretty much like every Sky skin. And I think this might actually be my favorite out of all of the Sky skins. So yeah, I think the skin is really cool. Then we got Meowthis. And the skin is cool, I guess, but it's really not the best, I think. Like, yeah, I think they mixed Midas and Meowscles pretty good, but at the same time, I think this skin is just fine. It's probably one of the weaker skins in the Battle Pass. And then as the secret skin, we got Dynamo T and Tina. And I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I don't really care much about the skin. It's just fine. I don't really have much to say about it. So overall, at the start of the season, I thought the Battle Pass was kind of lackluster and could have been better. But now as time has gone on, I think the Battle Pass is actually pretty solid. So now we can talk about all of the other stuff in the season. I'm gonna have to interrupt this video to quickly talk about Rift Warriors. So Rift Warriors is a PvP UEFN map where you can only use melee weapons. Or you can just chill and hang out in the Rift Kingdom. So please consider checking out Rift Warriors if it sounds interesting. Or if you want more of a single player experience, you can check out the Hey Man, which is a UEFN horror map where you explore a farm. And you'll soon find out the farm has some sinister secrets. So if this sounds interesting to you, please consider checking it out. And now, back to the video. So the map this season is of course the Chapter 2 map. And now that we're back on this map, I think I'm starting to see that I think I might have rated this map a lot higher than I should have. Because the Chapter 2 map used to be my favorite out of all the Fortnite maps. But now that we're back on it, the map is kind of disappointing. Like, it's way too big. You barely find anyone. And like, there's a bunch of like just open zones, which isn't really good for zero build, honestly. Like, this map was of course not made for zero build in mind, so it makes sense. But like, when we compare it to like other maps, it's kind of weak, honestly. Like, yeah, it's got some really good locations. Like, the locations are iconic and just super good. And I also think the graphics on this map just looks really good as well. But that's kind of the only things the map has going for it. Like, I think the lack of biomes on this map is pretty boring. 90% of the map is just grass. Then we have like a small swamp area and some snow on top of some mountains. And also, I should probably talk about this since we're talking about the map now. This is of course not a pure remake of Chapter 2. They have some collab stuff with like some artists like Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Ice Spice, and Juice WRLD. And at the start of the season, I was kind of upset about it. And I mean, some of the plays I think is worse because of it, but it was really not as big of a deal as I thought it was gonna be. Like the Dog Pound, for example. Like, yeah, I think the agency is better, but the Dog Pound isn't bad either. It's got pretty much the same layout as the agency, just with a lot more gold. And Snoop Dogg there, of course. Then we also got the Spaghetti Grotto. And actually, I think I actually like the Spaghetti Grotto more than the original Grotto. Like, I wasn't exactly a big fan of the original Grotto, but like turning it into a spaghetti restaurant is just so cool. I think the Spaghetti Grotto is really cool, actually. I think that's a good change. That's a really good change, actually. And then we got the Ice Isle, and I don't really care much about that place. I do think the original Shark was better, but I can't really say that much because I didn't land there too much. And I haven't got to explore the place. But from what I've got to explore, I don't think it's better than the original Shark. And we also got like a small area of the map that turned into like a Juice World place. And honestly, that area looks really cool. I really like the blue stuff there. It's really cool. The area just looks really cool. And the like gigantic Juice World just looks really cool as well. So yeah, I think this map had some good map changes, but also some not great ones. And now for the weapons. So the weapons are of course great, they're the older weapons, which I love of course. I think Fortnite should bring some of the old weapons back for Chapter 6 honestly, because the old weapons are just great. And we also got some new weapons as well with all these artist collabs. Like for example, we got Snoop Dogg's drum gun, which is kind of like Midas's drum gun, just that it plays music when you pick it up. So I mean, I'd say it's cooler. I'd say it's got that extra cool factor. Then we got like Eminem's minigun, and I'm a little mixed on that thing, because on one hand, it's super fun to use. Like when you shoot it, it plays Rap God. That is just such a fun idea. And it's just super fun to just spray anyone down. But on the other hand, it's not fun when other people use it on me. Like one thing I think is a bit overpowered with that gun is that it has no cooldown. Like, you can shoot for how long you have bullets. Like, say if you have the maximum amount of bullets, which is 500, you can spray those without any cooldown. It's a little broken, but I mean, it's fun to use, but it's not fun when other people use it. Then we also got like the Ice Spice AR and the Ice Spice Grappler. And like the AR, I don't really see much of a difference between that and the regular AR, other than it plays music when you pick it up and how it looks. I mean, that is cool though. But other than that, the AR isn't that special. Yeah, actually, I remember now, when you use the AR, you actually get the spice effect. But the Ice Grappler, on the other hand, is again super fun to use. Like, you can just go super fast with it, and it's just super fun. And we also got a Juice WRLD chug cannon. And I mean, it's cool. It's a chug cannon, but it does give you low gravity though, which is pretty fun. When you pick it up, it plays a little bit of Lucid Dreams, if I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's cool. And now for the vehicles. I think the vehicles have been pretty fun this season. Like, we have the regular cars that we had throughout all of Chapter 5, which are fun to use of course, and especially I like the beginning of the season, because there was like a glitch at the beginning of the season where you could like jump super high with it. It was just super fun. And we also got like some other cars, I don't know the name of them, but they're like some blue cars that spawn in the dog pound, and I mean, they're fine. Not real my special. And we also got like the older cars back from like Chapter 2. And I mean, yeah, it's cool that they're back, but they're not really that good compared to the regular cars. And we also got the helicopters, which are pretty cool. The helicopters are pretty fun to use. Also, one other notable thing about this season is that they introduced a new cosmetic type, which are the kicks. I'm not going to talk too much about them since I made an entire video about it. So if you want to see me talk more about the kicks, go check out that video. But yeah, I think the kicks are cool. I really like character customization, so having more stuff to customize my character with is always nice. But they're way too expensive. Like 800 to 1000 V-Bucks for a pair of digital shoes just isn't worth it. I mean, I did buy the Chomp Stompers for 600 V-Bucks, which I don't think it should be 600 V-Bucks. I think it should be way cheaper, but I just had to buy them. They're shark slippers. Of course I have to get them. But yeah, that's just everything I wanted to say about the kicks. And I'm also pretty excited for Chapter 6. I know this is a video on Chapter 2 Remix, but I kind of want to talk about my hopes for Chapter 6 and just what I'm excited for. Like, Chapter 6 so far looks really good from like the theming and stuff. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like traditional Japanese themed, and I'm super happy about that. Like, I love Japanese stuff, and last time Fortnite did a Japanese theme season, it ended up being my favorite Fortnite season of all time. And probably the most exciting part about next season is that we're getting Godzilla, which is just super cool. Like, I believe it's gonna be a boss on the map and a skin as well. Like, the boss better be like as big as Godzilla is. That would just be so cool. Like, I really hope Epic Games finds a way for the Godzilla skin to work really well, since he doesn't really have human proportions, and so the walking animations and stuff could look a bit weird on him. But I'm still excited to see how Epic Games will make it work. And I also really hope Godzilla can wear the kicks, because it would be super fun to just see Godzilla with shoes on. And I hope they introduce some new fun weapons and items and some very fun vehicles, because fun items always makes a season great. Since I always just love fun and wacky items, I think it's a lot more fun to use stuff like, say, the kinetic blade instead of like regular guns. Hi there, Editor at Play here. As I was editing this video, Fortnite released their trailers for next season, and honestly they look so good. The map just looks really vibrant and I love it. And a lot of the gameplay stuff just looks amazing. But yeah, that's kind of everything I just wanted to say. Now back to the video. So overall, I do think Chapter 2 Remix has been a little disappointing, honestly. I was really hoping for a lot with this season. Even though I didn't think Chapter 5 was very good, I did still have high hopes for Chapter 2 Remix. Since the Fortnite OG season was absolutely amazing, I had really high hopes. But this season hasn't really been as fun as Fortnite OG. Like, it's still been fun, but I was kind of expecting more fun. And I see a lot of people are kind of disappointed that we didn't go through like a bunch of Chapter 2 seasons. That we just kind of stick with Chapter 2 Season 2 and a little bit of Chapter 2 Season 3. Which I mean, I get. It would be pretty cool to go through the different seasons. But Chapter 2 Season 2 is my favorite Chapter 2 season. So it's a little nice to stay in like that time period for a while. But yeah. What do you guys think about Chapter 2 Remix? Let me know in the comments below. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye!